Hello, it's Justin Heyer again with LongRangeOnly.com. Today we're going to take a look at the Christensen Arms CA10 chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. And I just have to throw out the disclaimer, I'm not much of an AR platform guy, but I've now used this rifle for over a year and I'm going to go ahead and give you my thoughts on it. Stick around and see what I had to think about it. Alright, let's take a look at the specs on this CA10 DMR that I've been reviewing. We'll go ahead and start at the back of the rifle and kind of work our way towards the front. The buttstock is a Magpul adjustable STR. The upper and lower receivers are both machined from 7075 billet aluminum. The trigger is a Hyperfire trigger. Mine came in somewhere between 3 and 4 pounds. It was a pretty nice single stage trigger. The bolt carrier group is black nitride coated. There's a carbon fiber handguard that's standard rifle length. And then we get to the barrel. There's multiple barrel and chambering offerings that's available in 243, 6.5 Creedmoor, 260, and 308. Mine had a 20-inch 6.5 Creedmoor barrel on it. And at the very front, we have this titanium side discharge brake. I believe they call that their Slayer muzzle brake. And total package of this rifle as it sits from the factory weighed 8 pounds and 5 ounces for me on my little kitchen scale. Now that we've gone over the rifle specs, let's see how she shoots. Christensen Arms guarantees these to hold 1 MOA or better. I was interested to see how that does. I don't have a lot of experience with gas guns, but this rifle definitely shoots. This barrel shot everything that I ran through it just fine. Prime factory ammunition. Went under 3/4 almost every time. I don't think I put a load through it that went over at 1 MOA. My final hand load consisted of a 143 grain ELDX Hornady bullet, and it hovered between 0.5 and 0.6 almost every time at 100 yards. The barrel just shot. Even when I'd get down and try and crank 5 through as fast as I could, it was just easy to get them to go into groups well under a minute at 100 yards. Definitely meets their accuracy expectations. Now we'll show you a few clips of the CA10 in action. We'll start with some shooting on some rocks. We'll go to a rock chuck hunt, and then we'll kind of finish off with just a video of the action cycling as I pulled the trigger relatively as fast as I could while trying to stay on target. 610 yards at the CA10.
CA10 6.5 Creedmoor, 509 yards. Dead.
After a year of having this rifle in the field, I'd like to give you some of my thoughts. I love the carbon fiber handguard. That is so much warmer than an aluminum handguard or even than my composite stocks on my bolt guns. Makes it super nice when you're hunting predators or big game in the wintertime to not have your hands freeze. The titanium muzzle brake. It's a side discharge muzzle brake. You have different tuning options in the top. You can remove some set screws or add them back in. This one currently has 2 of the 4 screws out, and it was perfect for this gun. It was very easy to spot your impacts and make any corrections for follow-up shots. This buttstock. I've struggled with past in ARs getting an easy sight picture, getting comfortable behind them. This was very comfortable on my cheek. My only gripe with it, I wish there was a little bit bigger section back here for a rear bag. I realize it's not necessarily what these were designed for, but once I got used to having that littler section for my bag, it was pretty easy to get behind and get solid for shooting at distance. The rifle did struggle to feed certain types of ammunition. Boat tail hollow point ammo just didn't feed reliably. It would jam in the back of the barrel. The feed ramps didn't kick them up high enough to get them fully into the chamber. This happened with both my 130 grain Berger hybrid hand loads as well as prime factory ammunition. Both of these shot great when single feeding them. They just wouldn't feed reliably from a mag. When I switched to a 143 grain ELDX, I didn't have a single feeding problem. I even shot them in really fine silty dirt down in southeastern Utah, and it fed like a champ, didn't have a single hiccup. Overall, the last year with this rifle's been a lot of fun. It is an absolute hammer out to 600 or 800 yards with these 143 grain hand loads. It seemed to struggle a little bit after that, but my velocities are a little low and I'm not real familiar with that bullet, so I never fully diagnosed the problem. I think that 600 to 800 yards is a perfect sweet spot for a rifle like this, and it functioned perfectly reliably and was awesome to take out and shoot still and hunt varmints with. If you're in the market for a large frame AR, go ahead and give these guys a look if this meets your needs. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on social media at longrangeonly.com on both Instagram and Facebook. And go check out our forum with any questions you may have relating to this review or any other long-range questions.